it's the time to know how big is an atom or the radius of an atom. Alright, let's look here on the atom ability to attract bounding pair of electrons. So you know, one proton able to attract kind of two electrons together, and this is an interesting thing. Go across the period here of the modern periodic table. This is an increase of known by the ionization energy or the magnetism or even the electronegativity. This is how many electrons able to attract. This ability can increase from left side to the right side with the same period. So in the same period, the ability to attract of the elements increase from left to the right and decrease from up to down in the same group. Increase from left to the right and decrease from up to the down in the group. And this is exactly inversely relation between the atomic size and electronegativity. As the atomic size increase, the electronegativity decrease, and as the electronegativity increase, the atomic size decrease. For example, if we mention the fluorine, the electronegativity of the fluorine as a top side of the modern periodic table in the right side, so this is the highest electronegativity element. So it's almost equal to 4. It's a very large number. And the difference between the electronegativity between the elements form a covalent molecule that measure the polarity of this molecule. Okay, one more time, we'll talk about the electronegativity. What is the electronegativity? It is the ability of the atom of the covalent compound to attract the bounding electron toward itself. Okay, so we have three different numbers that can show the different kind of compounds. So let's look at the following table that show what type of compound, if it's covalent or ionic. If the electronegativity of the elements within a compound less than or equal to the 0.5, 0.4, so it's not polar compound or not polar covalent bond. And if it's more than 0.4, so it's polar covalent bond. And if it's more than 1.7, and it is a huge number, so it's ionic bond. But why this is a huge number to form a bond? This is because of the great gap or the large distance between the metal and non-metal. We know that the ionic bond can form it between the metal and non-metal. And the huge number and the huge distance and gap between the metal in group 1A and non-metal in group 7A that make the large number and the large electronegativity difference between them. This is the way to form ionic compound.